Before you came round, my heart would never beat much faster. Before you came round, I was ready to slow down. Before you came round, I was heading for a small disaster.
Welcome back to my channel. So today I have for you this beautiful Glam Valentine's Day look. I love how this came out, and it is all drugstore. Yes, it's all affordable, and I really love how it came out. I love the products that I used, and I used a few, actually mostly new products that I never tried before, and I really love how this look came out, especially that glitter. Oh, I just love it. I am going to be doing something a little more subtle. I know this is a little too glam for some of us. Some of us like to tone it down a little bit, but you know, a lot of us are extra like that, and we will definitely do something like this for Valentine's Day, because you know, why not ump it up for that special day and that special someone. I've been trying to get more into drugstore makeup, and I am impressed by the E.L.F eyeshadow palette that I tried. I am so impressed. Like, it's better than the Maybelline palettes that I have tried, better than L'Oreal palettes that I have tried. This one was just like poof, amazing. So if you guys would like to see how I got this Glam V-Day look, keep on watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next video. So I'm starting off with exfoliating my lips, and I am using the Mint Maniac by E.L.F, and I am in love with this lip exfoliator. It is very gentle on your lips, and it smells so good. I love anything that smells like mint, so to me this is bomb. So I do like to rub it in with my fingers and then pat it off with a wipe or towel, anything. So we're going straight into the brows, and of course L'Oreal Brow Stylist, and I'm just going to be lining my brows. I do like to line the bottom first and then line the top and then slowly fill them in. So yeah, let's fill in these brows. I don't like to overdraw my brows. Sometimes they do come out a little darker than I want, especially when I use the brow pomade, but I actually kind of like it. Just like sometimes. I think it would have gone good with this look because it's very dramatic. Okay, so now I'm just going to run the spoolie over my brows, and I am going to clean it up with the new L'Oreal concealer palette. I do like to warm it up on the back of my hand just so the product is easier to blend out, and this palette is actually really good. I did use it as a concealer once already prior to this video, and it blends out really nicely. I did not notice any creasing. I did not have it on for too long, but the time that I had it on, I didn't notice it was creasing at all, and it looks really nice. So here I'm just going to blend out that concealer, and I am using a Morphe M433 brush. Is it M433? Hold on. Nope, it is an M432 brush. So I did prime my eyelids with the Milani eyeshadow primer, and I don't know how I feel about this primer anymore. It used to be really good, but I feel like they changed up the formula. So I'm going to be setting it with the Wet n Wild Megaglo contouring palette in the yellow shade, and I'm going to go straight into the Natural palette by NYX Cosmetics. So I'm just going to take that light peachy shade just to add it as my transition shade. And then I'm going to go in with the darker shade just to deepen my crease up. I want to do a cut crease, so this is definitely going to help me deepen up my crease and just make it nice and dark. And right there you can see I was impressed by the pigment on these. I wasn't picking up a lot, so that's why it didn't look as dark. I was picking up very little bit because I like to work little by little. That's just my preference. As you can see here, it did deepen up a lot more, not so much yet. So I'm going to be blending this out, and I did go into the E.L.F palette, and this is the Saturday Sunsets. I did get this as a freebie when I placed an order with E.L.F, which I will have a haul soon. So here I switched up my brush, and I'm going in with the darker shade from the E.L.F palette, and I'm just running this across my crease just to deepen that up, and just blending this back and forth. So then I will be cleaning up my lid with the same concealer that I did use to clean up my eyebrows. You definitely want to make sure that you make an even and nice clean line, just so it can look very neat and very put together. I took a smaller lip brush by Morphe, and this is going to help me just make my lines a lot smoother and neater. And I'm going to be taking this Revlon, what is this called? The Photo Ready Eye Art thing in the shade Topaz Twinkle, and I'm using the first side, and this is basically like a base for the glitter, and it just gives it a very nice champagne-y glow. So this is the glitter right here, and I am packing this on a lot, which I kind of regret after because my eyelids felt so stiff, which is the reason why I didn't include me applying my eyeliner, because I knew it was going to be a tragic mess. So yes, make sure your lines are very neat, and then we are going to be blending in a little bit more of that E.L.F palette in there, and this is a darker shade in the E.L.F palette. And I'm taking this E.L.F, I think this is like a highlighter blush duo, and I'm just going to add this to my brow bone highlights. Oh yeah, about those Nicole Guerrero lashes, they suck. I'm sorry, but they are so bad. So I ended up going with the Vegas Snake, and now to prime our face, I am going in with the Milani and my Master Prime primer, which I actually really do like. And the Milani primer is so beautiful on the skin. Beautiful, I love it. As you can see right here, you see that nice gold glowy look. Oh, I love it. And now with the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation, to be honest, this foundation looks really nice once you first put it on, but after about 3 hours, it all goes to shit, to be honest with you. It looks really, really bad. So I'm just going to be applying this with my brush and then further blending it with my Maybelline beauty sponge. I do actually really like that beauty sponge. And for concealer today, I'm using the Better Skin by Maybelline in the shade Light Medium. And I'm just going to be highlighting my face with this. So you guys are going to see in this next clip, I purchased the CoverGirl, I'm reading this off the product. It is the CoverGirl Professional Loose Powder in the shade Translucent Fair, and I was about to set my face, but I remembered I wanted to try out this E.L.F contour kit, which I really, really liked. It definitely recommend it for you guys. I believe it was under $10. If I'm not mistaken, it was $6. So I actually really did like this product. It was very easy to blend out, and as you can see, it wasn't so like dramatically dark. And I am using a small E.L.F stippling brush, which I believe it was like $1 or $2. Their prices are so good, and to be honest, E.L.F probably has like the best pigmentation from the drugstore other than my Wet n Wild, because I can't go wrong with Wet n Wild. I just love Wet n Wild, so yeah. But E.L.F is bomb too. So before I set my under eyes, I am going to pat it down with my beauty sponge, and then I'm going to be adding the CoverGirl loose powder, which to be honest guys, I actually really liked it. It does have like, I don't know, like if you guys have tried the Airspun Cutty powder, it's pretty strong. This one is kind of like in the middle. So to set the rest of my face, I am taking the Maybelline Pure Beige powder, and this is probably one of my favorite powders other than the L'Oreal Infallible powder for my face. It sets everything really nicely, and it like really keeps your foundation together. And here I just took some of that CoverGirl powder just to set the rest of my face. I just wanted to see if I got any flashbacks or anything from this powder, which is why I added an extra powder in there. And here I am taking the E.L.F contouring blush and bronzer powder in the shade Turks and Caicos. Yeah, and I took a little too much bronzer. It's very pigmented, so I did go back with my Real Techniques brush just to blend this out a little bit because it was looking crazy. But I did love how it looked. I have had this in my drawer for so long, and I never really played with it because on the pan it does look like it's very shimmery, but once you apply it, it doesn't look that way. Okay, so this is a blush that I recently purchased, and this is the Maybelline Dream Bouncy Blush in the shade, let me read it from here, Coffee Cake. So I didn't know that these were like cream blushes. Actually, yeah. Doesn't even say it here. Sorry guys, I'm like reading it from here, from the packaging. So these are cream blushes, and they apply so beautifully. So beautifully. Definitely recommend you guys try this out. Over here I'm going to be baking with the same CoverGirl powder. And I'm just going to be cupping my cheeks a little bit. I actually do like how this looks a little bit better than just a straight line. So now I'm going to be wiping off the bake, and I do like to blend out my bronzer and my blush as I am wiping this bake off. I do like to blend up, and I like to blend out my face a little bit more. So then I'm going to be spraying my face with the Dewey Finish by NYX Cosmetics, and I'm going to go in with the highlighter, which, to be honest guys, I did not like this highlighter. It was too light for me. Like, it's cute, but it just didn't do it for me. I'm going to leave the name down below. This is by E.L.F. And I'm going to finish up my eyes. So I am taking these same exact colors that I used for my eyelids. I'm going to be using that on my lower lash line as well. And I'm just going to be blending this out down there. I'm going to list you guys all of the brushes that I use. I promise I'm going to leave everything down below for you. I'm going to list everything in detail. Okay? So I didn't have a black eyeliner from the drugstore, so I did use this ColourPop black eyeliner to add to my waterline, and I did bring it down to my lash line, and then I will be blending this out with a brush. But I do like how this looks better than black eyeshadow, because the black eyeshadow just goes like everywhere and it doesn't stay put. So I'm going to be blending this black eyeliner out, and then I'm going to take a hint of that peachy shade that we used in the beginning, and I'm going to be blending the eyeshadow out a little bit more, just so it can look nice and blended and it doesn't look too harsh with the black on it. So now I'm going to add my highlight. So I'm doing my inner corner, and I am using the same highlight that I used on my face. Same exact one, and I'm going to go back in with my Wet n Wild highlight. This is Bomb, and this is in the shade Precious Petals. Yes, now we're glowing. Back with the NYX finishing spray, and now I'm going to be lining my lips, and I'm using a Rimmel lip liner, and this is in the shade, I believe it's like nude. Oh, sorry, it's Addiction. It's in the shade Addiction. And then I'm going to be trying out my NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick in the color Exotic. And on top of that, I'm going to be using one of the Wet n Wild liquid lipsticks as well. And that is it, my loves. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next one.
Before you came round, my heart would never beat much faster. Before you came round, I was ready to slow down. Before you